Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've had a granny square blowout and I need to show you how to repair that in case it ever happens to you. It was completely my fault. I was pulling yarn ends and thought that it was going to come out, pulled a bit too hard, and I literally blew the granny square apart. There is a way to repair it. It's fiddly. You just need some more of the colour of the yarn, a needle and scissors and your hook. So I'm going to go through the steps and show you how to repair a granny square blowout my way, the only way I know how. If you ever blow out a granny square, here is how to repair it. It doesn't matter how you've done it, but I think the repair job will be much the same. My suggestion would be to tackle this as soon as it happens, because I've left it and done some more work on the blanket. So I've pulled the yarn and I now don't have 6 legs in each cluster. By 6 legs, I mean 2 little loops for each double crochet. So you try to identify 2 loops per stitch and then get those stitches onto a stitch marker so you don't lose them. There's that one. That one's perfect. These other 2 aren't, and I don't know how to rectify that other than to just live with it. So I've got 1, 2 there, 3, 4, and on the last one I've only got 1, so clearly 1 loop has pulled out, but I'm going to just use it as it is, knowing that no one will really know except me. Okay, same here. We've got 1 leg, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I'm just so disappointed this happened. I'm having all sorts of trouble with this, you guys. Anyway, I've just got to soldier through. Righto. Now you can pull back the yarn so you're left with a full stitch. What am I trying to say? Pull back the yarn until it's neat enough for you to be able to pick up and start again. I think I might turn this over. Okay, here we are. There's our 1, 2 and 3 clusters. Where's our yarn end there? And our loop here. What I do is always add a bit more yarn on to make life easy for yourself, so you've got plenty to work with. Just do a magic loop here, magic knot I mean. Tie one side, tie the other, and then pull them firmly. I'm going to snip off that little ends. There we go. So next is to identify where you're up to. I've got 1, 2 DCs here. So I need to do a 3rd one and a chain. Now what I need also is to have the end of this yarn free, because it is going to go back through the granny cluster above using a needle. So I need to pull out this yarn. Just got to get a knot through there. Put it on a needle. And now thread it through the first granny stitch and because it's a corner, it'll go through both of them. So the second granny stitch cluster, that is. I'm going to leave those on because I'll show you why we'll be going back there again. Now you need to, with a standing stitch, make another look-alike double crochet. Let me just get this out of the way. Now for the other side of the corner, we're going to need to make a look-alike double crochet. So I yarn over twice, hook into the corner, pulling loop up, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now do 2 more of those double crochets. Now pull your yarn through again, popping the needle back on. We're going to thread this through the last cluster we have there, leaving the stitch marker on. Now we're going to do an invisible finish like we would normally. I'm sorry you can't see this a little better, but hopefully my words will be enough to help you if the time ever arises. Oh, look at that, I've got the knot just there. Anyway, okay, now I'm going to go back into that last granny cluster. You can pull the stitch marker out and I'll show you how much better that looks. So I go back through the granny clusters so that there's 2 pieces of yarn go through it, like you would see in your crochet, just to bulk it up a bit more, because just leaving the single yarn there doesn't look great at all. We're just doing the best we can here. Now going through the other 2, take them out. Now pull that firm so nobody knows. Yep, that's right. It's just had one hell of a yank to it, the poor thing. Righto, now I will snip my yarn off. So I do it there. Back onto your needle. And over here, also doing an invisible finish. Now I'm going to turn my work over again. Hang on a tick. Here we are. We've pulled our yarn through. Get it out of there. Give it a free run. So now I'm going to weave the yarn end in as best as I can here. Go this way. I'm going to go up and through, and I'm going to go through these granny cluster legs again, just to make sure. I like that idea. It's not going to be the same, but you just need to make it so it looks good enough. I was so busy yanking on all these loopy threads that were coming out, the yarn ends. I grabbed this one and gave it one heck of a pull when I shouldn't have. Okay, so I'll pop it up through here. Down through here. Into here. time through. Very tricky, isn't it? There we go, we've got to put the yarn on the hook here. Pull it through, and that will be enough. So let's cut that one off, because that's the one we've been working with. That's the back of your work, and that looks a-okay. I'll just turn it back to the front. I'm literally having trouble finding which one it was. The giveaway is these little clusters look a bit thin on, and they are. They're down one leg. But all in all, it looks a-okay. Pull that out of the way so we can have a good look. There we go. So that is stitch surgery. How to repair a granny stitch or a granny square blowout. I hope that really helped you all. I hope it just gives you that bit of confidence to have a go at repairing your crochet injuries, so you don't have to feel like you've got to throw a project out or just yank the whole thing undone. It's tricky, but do the best you can, and honestly, no one will notice. I have done other surgery on my crochet. It's more to do with errors of omission rather than errors of addition or blowouts. So when I come across that, I'll show you how to do that one as well. It's really quick and easy. You'll be so surprised, pleasantly. Anyway, I'll stop talking, let you go, and thanks for dropping by to watch this little handy tip, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.